Hello and welcome. Emperor Battle for Dune. To install this old game was painful experience. I have gone through several tutorials, none of which worked, but I have finally managed to install it. The second thing is that I had to limit my frames per second to about 20 FPS in order for the game not to be insanely fast, because this is one of those games that use your frames per second counter as their pace measurement unit. So, for example, by running this game at 30 FPS, which is not only 10 FPS more than 20, as you can tell, basic maths, so you know, you get very laggy tutorial zone and so on. What is this game? This game is another take on the Dune, on making the Dune books and movies from David Lynch into a computer game. I will have to look up Emperor Battle for Dune, which year it released. It released in 2001, so it's only one year younger than the famous Dune 2000. Everybody seems to like Dune 2000, so we may make a video on that, but I like this one better, especially because I have my childhood memories connected with that. If you're unfamiliar with the Dune universe, you are on Arrakis, a barren planet, all made of sand, where water is your second most valued commodity, and the first one, the top one valued commodity, sorry for my English, is melange, the spice that is worth a lot of money, and it also prolongs one's life, and it makes their senses more intense. So basically, because the Emperor of the Galaxy wanted to get rid of some enemies, he supported three separate houses to go on this planet and mine some spice. For my showcase gameplay, I have decided to go with Harkonnen House. As you will soon see in the cutscene, in the opening cutscene, their house is the most evil and ridiculously evil, and they have the best music. They have metal, rock metal music playing in the background the whole game, and their major color is red, and they all wear funny haircuts and hair colors you will soon see.
House Harkonnen, from the volcanic wasteland of Giedi Prime. The Harkonnen know only malevolence, hatred, and brutality. Their leader is the corrupt and vile Baron Rakan. Rakan's power-hungry sons, Gunsang and Kopek, eagerly await the Baron's death. Each plots to take his place, but while he lives, they feed upon him like parasites.
And now the game asks us if we really want to play as this house, and yes, we not only want, but we also have to, because this game is separated in 4 CDs. If you are too young to know what CD is, CD is short for compact disc, and it's the old mean of data transformation before we had USB disks and external hard drives. So I have virtually mounted the Harkonnen disc, so I have to play as this house. And as you will see in the next cutscene, the game consists of these filmic cutscenes that treat you, the cameraman or the player, as a person. They are talking directly to you through the computer screen, and it's awesome.
Have you no tongue? Perhaps you're wiser than your appearance dictates. I am the Mentat, Yanich Kobal. Have no fear. You are not to be killed. The Baron will postpone that small pleasure as long as you are of use to us. No doubt you've heard. The Baron Rakan is not well. Soon one of his sons will take his place. You do well to ingratiate yourself to them. They may not be as far-sighted as their father. This way.
It's to be war, sublime war. We will crush the Atreides and the Ordos, and then we will defile the bodies of their dead.
All hail the Punisher Emperor Rakan Harkonnen!
Your brother praises me, while he looms like a vulture waiting to feed upon my corpse. Could I ask for a more suitable heir?
You could ask.
Mother, can I get you something?
No, leave me! Both of you! Why are you hovering there, Mentat? Step forward. What have you brought me?
It is the replacement you requested, my Lord Baron.
It doesn't look like much. If this one performs as badly as the last one, I'll have you strangled along with it. This sickness makes me forgetful.
It is your predecessor. Observe closely. This unappealing, waterless ball of dust is the planet Arrakis. But make no mistake, a handful of that dust is worth your life 100 times over. Now, your training begins. In the name of Giddy Prime, I welcome you. You have been given a rare opportunity, Commander. You've been chosen to command the Harkonnen forces in this war of assassins. A war that will determine the next heir to the Golden Lion throne, the next ruler of the known universe. Destroy the base, Commander.
And after the cutscene and also the short introductory tutorial where the Mentat speaks to us, we can see the basic RTS interface on the right. We have in the top right corner we have the amount of money we have gotten from selling melange. Under that we have the minimap, and on the left side of the minimap is electricity, which is this game's mean of handling something like supply depots in StarCraft, the resource that you have to upgrade in order to train more units and in order to build more buildings. Under that we have you can also see that each unit is treated separately, nothing like in StarCraft where you click on one spot and the units come there. It's a really old game. And also there are mechanics like the units can run over soldiers, so a soldier is nothing compared to a tank. But you can also run over your own soldiers. You have to be careful when firing from flamethrowers because you can damage your own units, and so on. Basically, if we skip the first part, there are 3 slots. First is training soldiers. The second is training fortified vehicles, and under that is the building system, which works as you can see right now on the right border of the screen. You click on a building, then money is being deposited into this building, and when enough money has been deposited, the building is ready and you can place it on the rocky places on the map, which are the only places on which you can build. You cannot build on the sand. Here you can see that I have almost win this tutorial zone where the means of doing something are very limited. But you will soon see that this, there are conveniently placed explosives and so on. But you will soon see that the next missions are going to introduce new complex mechanics that will make the game harder. Eventually, we will encounter also environmental challenges like the worms that want to eat our units, and also tornadoes which can damage our buildings. This game lacks some part of strategy that, for example, StarCraft or Warcraft have, but it makes for that by making these environmental challenges much harder. Like in StarCraft, you cannot accidentally damage your own units. Here you can. In StarCraft, the units get to one place. Here each unit is treated separately, and you have to think about your unit placement and so on. So after achieving victory in our tutorial zone, we are told our statistics, how long it took. We can also save the game.
This is war, sublime war. There can be no retreat.
So let's save it by typing after tutorial, or just one L, Harkonnen, and save it. And here comes also a tactical plan. Oh, after the next cutscene.
Arrakis. But there is much more to learn about the barren spice planet.
There is a native population. They are called Fremen, a desert people, wanderers that wear water reclamation units called still suits. They are of little use to us, but they can be very dangerous. We must also consider the Imperial Sardaukar. They were born to serve an emperor. Without one, they have no purpose. They may prove to be of great value. Even as we speak, they travel to Arrakis. They will support the house that proves to be the strongest.
Of course, that will be House Harkonnen. You would do well to seek an alliance with them as soon as possible.
This is what passes for a Harkonnen military commander? I fear my father is losing his senses.
Our father chose this one to lead our forces on Arrakis. The Book of Fate speaks of a single fire slug bringing defeat upon an entire horde of Anthrok. Appearances can be deceiving.
And optimism clouds judgment.
We shall see soon enough. When he and the Mentat return to Arrakis, I shall go with them to oversee the spice mining.
You? Why should you go? I am the oldest.
My father requests it.
Then he has lost his senses.
The Mentat will continue to oversee you. Now, if you prove ineffective, you witness the fate of our last commander.
So what? I am to remain here on Gedi Prime? Draining the Baron's pustules? Wiping the spittle from his innumerable chins?
Study your charm film book, brother.
You insolent...
I shall be Baron soon, perhaps even Emperor. Then you'll pay for your disrespect, baby brother.
Abject terror consumes me.
Do be careful on Arrakis. A knife in the back can come from any hand, perhaps even a trusted one.
Doubtless you've heard the ancient expression, trust him like a brother. These two give the phrase an entirely new subtext. Blood will be shed before their private war is over. If you get between them, that blood will be yours. In the meantime, you will continue to capture territories. The Baron's spice must flow.
Baron's spice must flow. Yeah, this is a quote from the books. Here you can see that there are missions, but those missions are not linear. You have to choose which. You can see the red part of the planet is what we Harkonnens, the House Harkonnen has captured, and we have to choose which tile from other houses to attack. And you can see with this little font here, there are written specifics about this tile. So
Supreme Commander Gunsing has exhausted his supply of slaves. Refugees from our resettlement program are heading this way. You would do well to acquire them for the Supreme Commander's pleasure. But remember your prime objective: capture this region.
and then we can view which new units will be introduced in this mission. For example, here we are introduced to engineers, which can claim enemy buildings, and assault tanks, which are slow but heavily armored. We see that the difficulty is set in percents, so 32%. And after short loading we will be on our next mission. The second mission is, the mission that I have chosen as my second mission is only about capturing the enemy. So the same as in the first game. The same as in the first mission, we will have to just destroy the enemy. But in further missions, there will be also other types of missions, like puzzle missions, where you have to go through the whole area with a limited amount of units. These typically occur at night. And also there will be missions in which we have not only to conquer our enemies' enemy tiles, but we also have to defend some other races in order to have their advanced special units available to us in further missions. But let's get back to this mission. Here you can see that the first special ability of a vehicle that we learn is building the base. It always depends. If you are attacking someone, you have to build a proxy base. If you are defending, you already have some base and basic structures available to you. Here you can see that the first thing that we have to build are those windmills or wind traps in order to have enough electricity to be able to build something more. I will now skip ahead a bit. Because after building the wind traps, it's pretty straightforward. You have to build a refinery and possibly upgrade the refinery in order to progress further and You need a refinery, otherwise you will run out of money, and without money you cannot build a refinery, and you see the problem there. I believe this game doesn't have, apart from repeatedly sending you units, you can see in the bottom right corner, next reinforcements arrive in 1 minute and about 20 seconds. Other than these reinforcements, I believe this game is not stupid proof, not foolproof. So it doesn't provide you with an emergency if you don't start by building refineries. So after building the basic infrastructure of refineries and wind traps, I have also built the buildings needed in order to train soldiers, which also can be upgraded. I have recorded this a while ago, so I don't know when I will come to upgrading the building. But if you can see right under the minimap, you have the diamond, and on the bottom left of the diamond there is like three factories and an arrow across them. So if you click that, you can upgrade your existing buildings in order to train better units. Here, or at least for me, I don't know how in post-production I will arrange those clips, but for me then arrived those reinforcements, and in addition to those reinforcements, I have started with building my army of soldiers, as soldiers are cheap and we can easily have tens and hundreds of them in order to win the game, to do the final invasion, capture enemy's base, and win the game. Also, you can see during the footage, we are now against Atreides, but before reaching their base, we have collected with our units some free money bags that are spread across the map. They are not exactly free, because in order to get those surprise boxes, loot boxes, in which you can get not only money but also special units and so on, you have to evade the worm. That sometimes you can hear the narrator telling us a worm site. A worm site appeared, which means that the worm has been spotted nearby and will attack our units, or the enemy, because the worm is only hungry. It has no preferred side, as well as the tornadoes that will come in the last mission that I have captured on video. These environmental conditions affect not only you but also your enemies, which is the main positive about this game. As I have said earlier, what this game loses on the fact that it treats each unit separately, it also gains on those environmental things and on the fact that you can damage your own units and so on. So after doing the final invasion on our enemy Atreides, I believe we successfully captured them. Let's skip ahead a little. I think I will speed it up in post-production.
The Fremen escaped? We needed those slaves.
And after achieving victory, Here comes again the planning and also a cutscene, I believe.
In the name of House Harkonnen.
Short-range flamethrower infantry. These units will explode when destroyed. With 2 mounted flamethrowers, each capable of firing on the move, the flame tank is designed for close combat. Comparatively fast and heavily armored, it can inflict heavy damage against infantry and structures. If it is destroyed, the massive tank of fuel on its back will erupt in a violent explosion.
So no cutscene after that, my bad. But another mission where we will be this time defending against Ordos House Orders, who are eager to steal and capture our own land, and we have to protect it. You can also hear, I believe, if I don't speed it up too much, you can hear that what this game does good is the sound play. The game has separate sound files for a single unit and multiple units. It doesn't like produce 50 times the single unit sound whenever you control a group, so it is well managed. A lot of games, I think, could learn from Emperor: The Battle for Dune. And also you can see that although the mechanics haven't changed, there will be a more aggressive worm in this mission. And also the weather changed. It is now dusk, the end of the day is approaching, and so the colors are different, and it adds nicely to the play. It refreshes the mechanics, not mechanics, it refreshes the theme and the environments, although the mechanics sadly stay the same. But we cannot really blame the game for not changing the mechanics, because it's an RTS. It's about mastering mechanics that remain the same for the whole gameplay. So my tactics here was to scout ahead and preferably capture more than one aisle that we can build on. But in order to do that, I first need to build a factory in which I will get the base building vehicle. We can also hear the worm side warning. I believe soon I will have the worm attack on my recordings, although it was in the tutorial area if you manage to capture that. I will now skip a bit ahead. Okay, skipping ahead, I have captured the next rocky island. I see the first Ordos units approaching and trying to capture my base, but I am well prepared. Still, the difficulty of this mission still isn't that hard. I believe I will end this video with one mission that I refused to participate in further, as it was too hard for me. You will see that a lot is happening. We've been introduced to not only new units, well, to be more precise, we've been introduced to new units, but we have not been introduced to new buildings that we can place now. But they are pretty simple. There's this rocket launcher tower in order to defend ourselves. I'm building right now around my second base, and that's all I believe.
Training. Construction started.
It was then pretty straightforward till the end of the missions. I have, as in the previous one, created an army of tanks and soldiers and invaded the enemy. Nothing new, just little bit of introducing to new mechanics. First time seeing those green Ordos houses and factories and units and learning them, the game slowly adds to the pile of things it has to offer. One thing that I have forgotten to mention and is pretty important is the system of leveling the units. You have no control, there is no like micro-controlling your units as it is in StarCraft, where each unit has its own abilities. These units are supposed to be controlled as a group, and they are managed one by one by the computer, not by you. But what isn't apparent on the first sight is that those units have levels, and each for a certain amount of killed enemy units, the specific unit gains experience, and by this experience it levels up. You could see those soldiers leveling up just before being killed. And it is more efficient to have less units but leveled up, perhaps to a certain point. At a certain point they begin to regenerate life. When really leveled up, we will see some high level units in the next mission, so a bit of a teaser. But when your units get killed, you lose those levels, of course, so it is important to care about your soldiers, to care about your army, and preferably keep them alive. Okay, now I believe I am doing the final wave of my attacks, just by clicking on the minimap, going back and selecting the rest of the units. Oh, I want to test the engineer if they can capture those refineries, but it was just a test. So after showing you how they, or showing myself preferably, because I was playing the game, I was curious about what the engineer does. It clearly says to you that it captures others' buildings, which is quite interesting mechanic if you think about the fact that all houses and all races have their own set of units, and I have not done it. I have captured their outpost, but if I had captured their factory, for example, I could then train Ordos units. I cannot build the factory myself, but by capturing it, I could repair it, I could maintain it, and I could use it. So, yeah, this is quite interesting idea. I think if I will make any further videos, which is improbable but possible, I will utilize capturing other buildings. Now comes another cutscene before the next puzzle mission, so let's have a look at it.
Gensang!
Father!
I trust the troop reinforcements are adequate.
Oh, most assuredly. Our troops will be deployed as soon as the frigates land.
I had a sublime thought. I want you to launch an attack on the enemy frigates before you arrive.
Before? Inside the Highland?
The Ordos and Atreides frigates are merely sitting there. You can wipe them out before they even set foot on my spice planet.
You understand that that would be a direct violation of the Great Convention?
Great Convention?
Is my baby brother a soldier or a diplomat?
My brother is an imbecile! My only intention, Father, was to...
Your intention doesn't interest me in the slightest. You'll obey without question or be replaced. Perhaps you are too young for this position.
I am yours to command, as always. I will make you proud, Father.
Of course you will. Once the attack begins, the other houses will try to defend themselves. This should be a fine test for our new military commander. Killed them. Killed them all! Yes, at once.
Okay, as you could probably tell by the cutscene, this next mission is a puzzle mission, and it's about an ambush. It's one of these missions where, as you can see, you get a limited amount of units that are preferably maximum level, so not preferably, of course preferably, but they are in fact maximum level units, which have the advantage of regenerating life if they get damaged but not killed. And you have to get through this area and destroy all objectives. I believe, I don't remember the cutscene correctly, I'm doing the voiceover way after I have recorded those videos. But we are ambushing, I believe, Atreides or Fremen in their base during night, because they don't expect us. They expect us to be faithful to the intergalactic code that forbids such ambushes. But as we are Harkonnen, the house of the cruelest, most evil, most stupid, and most disrespectful people, we have gotten into the ambush. That is also why this mission is timed. I believe in the top left corner you can see the remaining time. It is not the not only a 15-minute window for this mission. If we fail to destroy all those targets within the 15 minutes, the game will be so generous that it will give us, I believe, another 10 minutes. So you have about 25 minutes. I have proved this because I have tried this mission before. The video recording you are actually seeing right now is my second try of this mission, because I thought the correct approach to this puzzle mission is to only pick like one soldier, the rocket soldier that has insane. He can shoot his rockets insanely far from where he stands, and this game, although it looks like it is very vertical, it looks like there are differences in heights. In fact, there are no differences in heights. All fire ranges and explosion ranges are calculated as if the whole surface would be flat. So that's why I thought that the correct solution is to only take pyromancers to take down those green pyromancers, acidmancers, I don't know, and only take those long-range units to kill all the enemy units before destroying the targets. But I have run out of time. And I had to repeat the mission. So this is the second try. Well, what to say furthermore? You can see there are conveniently located explosives everywhere in order for you to have the have easier time completing this mission. And just arrived some support infantries because we have reached a certain timestamp. Here you can see that I will be opening those boxes Those are the same boxes that you can encounter in normal missions, but so far we have only gotten money out of these boxes, and in this exact mission these boxes contain Fremen units that will join us as soon as we open the boxes. I have really no idea how this is backed up lore-wise, because like you open a box and there is a soldier and he was like lying there for years, and just because you open the box he is on your side. It really reminds me of the story of the Elder Scrolls Dawnguard, where Cyrene, the vampiric girl, she automatically joins you as the Dragonborn, although she has just met you after many years of her hibernation in her cell where her father locked her. But about that someday, some else day. I believe I'm slowly getting towards the end of the mission. If you look at the minimap, you can see that those neutral-like units, but enemies in this mission, are marked with yellow color. And if you look at the minimap, it looks like there are only two more points to be destroyed. One at the western corner and one at the eastern corner. Okay, I have apparently found another packed units, so my army is growing in numbers. I'm now realizing that I have already destroyed the western building, so I'm heading towards the final destination where two other buildings are located. So that's one down, and soon there will be the second building down, and then it will be only a matter of going back to our ship and leaving this place with successful ambush. So that's for those special missions. You can see that this game is very how to say that? This game really tries to leave the gameplay not boring, and make the variety of activities you do as broad as possible, so it doesn't feel like the same RTS again and again. I believe StarCraft also did this, but this game is even older than StarCraft, so that's why I really honor that. Well, now there will be a next cutscene, I believe.
You follow orders without question. An admirable trait. A shipment of slaves, the healthiest from my personal stables, will be shipped to Arrakis immediately. Continue to perform, and this will be the first reward of many.
Both the Talaxu and the Ix are willing to trade with us. Both offer unique, powerful, and destructive weapons. But the two races despise each other. If we trade with one, the other will refuse us. You must choose between them. Or find a way to trade with them both in secret, yes? First, the Ix. They offer projectors, armored vehicles that project holographic illusions. The enemy will believe that our forces are much larger than they actually are. They also offer infiltrators, explosive mines that will reveal any type of enemy stealth unit. Next, the Talaxu. They have developed human mutations called contaminators. These carry a virus that mutates living tissue into additional contaminators. The more they kill, the greater their ranks become. Also, they have developed bioengineered tanks that convert enemy units into replicas of themselves. These they call leeches. Will you trade with the Ix or the Talaxu, or perhaps both? Remember, if either one discovers your deception, they will not be pleased. The choice is yours.
And the choice truly is ours, as what this game does brilliantly is the strategic feel of planning. Although it is a somewhat linear game with a linear campaign, you are the one who chooses which race to ally with, which parts of land to conquer, and whose benefits will be yours or won't be yours. This is the last mission that I will be setting on because I rage quit it after being unsuccessful at it. I have chosen the tile where I fight the Orders and where I will have to try to protect the race with the leeches and those living bionic tanks and so on.
A Talaxu base is under siege by the Fremen. The Talaxu are too weak to maintain an adequate defense. We are their only hope. They are deploying a rescue column, but need our assistance. The Fremen are as stubborn as ever. You will have to kill them to the man. Defeat the Fremen, then take this land for House Harkonnen.
The Harkonnen fire support vehicle is equipped with multiple guided missiles. These missiles are fired in a volley at a single target and are capable of crippling even the strongest air or ground unit. Inkvine fluid is highly caustic and poisonous. Too volatile to be fired from a gun, it is lobbed by catapult at long range. When barrels burst upon the ground, the inkvine fluid spreads, poisoning and burning anything that touches it for some time before it evaporates. The fluid is highly flammable. A shot will ignite it, and it will burn ferociously. The gunship is slow-moving, but armed with destructive heavy rockets. Carryalls work in tandem with the spice harvesters, ferrying them between the refineries and spice fields. They automatically retrieve harvesters when they are threatened by worms or enemy action. Carryalls are always provided with harvesters at no additional expense.
And the last mission was just pure hell. It started as a normal mission as we were used to in the beginning. We were told that we need to protect the bioweaponists from Fremen, and we also need to kill the Fremen and keep the land for Harkonnens. So I've created a proxy base. I have moved all my units towards the location of those who I was supposed to protect, in order to be very close if anything bad happens. If we skip further, I have started classically with 2 refineries and mixing them in order to have enough economy stable enough to be able to expand further. But then the badness started. Not only a tornado appeared. You will see that in a second. I'm now building the base and training first units. I was aiming again, as you know from the beginning of this video, I was aiming for a huge army of soldiers, which usually works for me. Meanwhile, I was fighting the Ordoses, I have not seen the Fremen yet, so I was calm that those Ordos units are after me, and that my friends that I am, or soon to be friends that I am supposed to protect, are all right. Sadly, as we will soon learn and see, it was not the case. But let's leave it for a while now. And I believe we are getting close to the part where the madness starts. Here, as you can see, a tornado appeared. A tornado is very dangerous. When it goes around your buildings, it damages them, and you have to repair them using the wrench icon, which costs you a lot of money. But thankfully, my economy, as I started with 2 refineries, my economy was stable enough. What my economy wasn't prepared for was a worm that decided to eat most of my spice capturing vehicles. As you can see, the AI planes, the NPC planes, are trying to save them whenever the worm gets too close, but it makes money an issue. And then the last drop happened. I realized my friends were dying because the Fremen units were there for the whole time, but invisible, and that was the end of my mission. I rage quitted soon after hearing the announcement that I won't be able to claim the special technologies because I failed to save them. So that was the game Emperor Battle for Dune. Thank you for watching. I would appreciate if you leave like or comment something about this game. And see you later in future videos. Bye!
The Talaxu flesh vats have been destroyed. Turn your attention to the enemy, Commander.